Loneliness. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it's loud, but often it's quiet. It sits in the background of your day. It follows you into the evening. It lingers in the silence after everything else fades. And some of you listening right now, you know this loneliness very personally. You're waiting for a spouse, and each passing year feels heavier than the last. You're divorced or separated, and what you thought would last didn't. You're widowed, and the silence left behind is not just quiet, it's sacred and painful. You feel like you have no real friends, no one who truly sees you, no one who really knows your heart. Or maybe your world has become small because illness keeps you home, and the life you once had feels far away. And in all of this, there is a question that rises quietly within. Where is God in this? Welcome to the Catholic Journey with Deacon Pat Kearns, where we walk together towards truth, purpose, and ultimately heaven. And today, we are not avoiding the hard places. We are stepping directly into them, into loneliness. But we are not stepping into it alone. We are guided by one of the deepest spiritual voices the Church has ever known, St. John of the Cross. Loneliness is not one thing. It wears many faces. For the one longing for marriage, it can feel like being left behind, watching others move forward while you remain waiting, smiling at weddings while quietly wondering, will this ever be my story? For the one who is divorced or separated, loneliness can carry confusion and wounds, questions that don't have easy answers. What went wrong? What does my future look like now? Am I still worthy of love? For the one who is widowed, loneliness is not just absence. It is the presence of memory, the chair that remains empty, the conversations that no longer happen, the shared life that now lives only in your heart. For the one without close friends, loneliness can feel invisible. You are surrounded by people, yet deeply unknown. Does anyone really see me? Would anyone notice if I disappear? And for the one who is sick, homebound, loneliness can feel like distance from the world itself. Life continues, but you are no longer part of it in the same way, and the quiet becomes very, very real. And in each of these, there is something deeper than circumstance. There is longing. Loneliness is not just about people. It is about connection. It is about being known, being loved, being seen fully. And here is something profound. That longing in your heart was placed there by God, not to torment you, but to lead you. Because no human relationship, no matter how beautiful, can fully satisfy the deepest longing of the human soul. And this is where St. John of the Cross begins to illuminate something extraordinary. St. John of the Cross speaks of the dark night of the soul, and many misunderstand it. They think it means God has left, that something is wrong, that faith is failing. But the opposite is often true. The dark night is not God's absence. It is God's hidden presence. It is the moment when God begins to purify the soul, to gently remove the things we lean on, so that we can finally rest in Him. And yes, it can feel like loneliness, because the things that once gave comfort no longer satisfy. The things that once filled the silence feel empty, and we are left with nothing but God. And that can feel frightening until we understand what He is doing. God often speaks in ways we do not expect, not in noise, not in constant consolation, but in silence. In the quiet of your room, in the stillness of your heart, in the moments where nothing seems to be happening, but something is happening. God is drawing closer, not to your emotions, but to your soul. He is teaching you to love Him, not for what He gives, but for who He is. And this changes everything. God is not distant from your situation. He is present within it. To the one waiting for a spouse, God sees your desire, and He is not ignoring you. He is preparing your heart, whether for marriage or for something you may not yet understand. To the one who is divorced or separated, God is not defined by what has been broken. He is a God who restores, who heals, who writes new chapters. To the one who is widowed, love has not ended. It has been transformed, and God now meets you in a deeper communion than before. To the one without friends, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are known intimately by God. To the one who is sick and homebound, your life has not lost its value. Your hidden suffering has immense spiritual power. You are closer to Christ crucified than you may realize. And in all of this, God is inviting you not to run, but to remain. The instinct is to escape loneliness, to feel it, to avoid it. But St. John of the Cross would say, stay, not in despair, but in trust. Because when you remain, something begins to happen beneath the surface. Your dependence shifts, your identity deepens, your relationship with God becomes real, not based on feelings, but on truth. The next time loneliness comes, and it will, do not reach for distraction right away. Don't fill the silence immediately. Instead, sit in it, just for a moment, and say, Jesus, I feel alone, but I choose to believe you are here. And then stay. Even if you feel nothing, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's quiet. Because God often works in ways we cannot feel, but that deeply transform us. Loneliness is real, and for many, it is one of the heaviest crosses. But it is not meaningless. It is not wasted. It is not unseen. It may be the very place where God is drawing closest to you, not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. This is your journey, and even here, in the silence, in the waiting, in the ache, you are not alone. Thank you for joining me on the Catholic journey. May God bless you and forever keep you.